I'm joined here today by teachers and parents who are outraged at the grave injustice perpetrated upon the teachers, parents, and the school community of the Merrick Academy. The right of workers to organize and bargain collectively is a basic human right. It is supported by political and religious philosophy, confirmed by the United Nations, and enshrined in both federal and state law and honored around the world. But it is not honored at Merrick Academy. The UFT has been certified by the State Public Employees Relations Board as the bargaining agent for the Merrick teachers and professional staff. For nearly 2 years, we have been meeting with the Merrick leadership. We have been trying to negotiate a fair contract that will protect the rights of teachers and help ensure the school's success. Many parents of children in the school have supported our efforts to stabilize the school's workforce and ensure that teachers' voices are heard in important decisions at the school. We have been met with delay after delay, to the point where we had to ask the Public Employees Relations Board to intervene and act as a mediator in these talks. Still, there has been no real movement. The Merrick Board has found reason after reason to avoid reaching a contract with its workers. At the same time, it has starved the school of resources to continue to pay more than $1 million a year to its for-profit management company, Victory Schools. Then this week, the Merrick Board summarily fired, via FedEx, and without any explanation, more than a quarter of its professional staff. Those dismissed include union supporters, union activists, members of the negotiating committee, and the union chapter leader. The message the Merrick leadership is trying to send is clear. Your job is in peril if you stand up for your rights. No employee should be fired because they want to be treated fairly. No teacher should be fired for fighting for their students, their colleagues, and their school. And it is disgraceful that anyone working in education could have so much contempt for educators that they fire them via FedEx. This letter, a few dismissive sentences, ending so many careers, is nothing but a disgrace. The Merrick Academy Board has clearly discriminated against the teachers for seeking fair treatment, in a clear violation of New York State's Taylor Law, which forbids discrimination against workers for trying to organize and participate in a union. We will be filing today a request that PERB intervene once more, this time with an order enforceable in court that will compel the Merrick Board to reinstate these teachers with any back pay and benefits that are due to them. Now, I'd like to introduce Jonathan Carrington, a third-grade teacher who has spent the last 5 years at Merrick and has been the chapter leader for the last 2 years. He got his FedEx on Tuesday. Jonathan?
It's disappointing to stand here now, and as long with my fellow teachers, with the job that we do, the dedication that we have, and just how extraordinary of a performance our students have done over the last couple of years. It's unfortunate that the school and the powers that be, specifically the board, will stoop down to this level of just bitter personal ways to get back at teachers for standing up for their rights. You can look at our numbers. Myself personally, none of my students failed the math state exam the last 3 years. The ELA state exams across the school, 95% or above the last 2, 3, 4 years. So you can't argue performance. You can't argue performance. So the only thing that leads us to believe why this happened, it was personal. It was personal, it was bitter, and it's petty. And it's unfortunate because us as educators, we have a passion for what we do. We're in there 7:30 in the morning. We're leaving 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night, doing what we have a passion for, and that's helping our children become better people. It's the children that really lost out with this situation, because you're going to be hard-pressed to find any group of teachers as extraordinary and as incredible as the ones that they let go. I wish that a lot of people now will see what's going on at Merrick Academy and what's been going on the last 2 years.
Marjorie Berry is a 10-year veteran of Merrick who was also terminated without any explanation.
I've been at Merrick for 10 years since it started. I have put my heart and soul into the school, into the children, These people behind me, parents, children, my coworkers, we're family, and we've always been family. We've always worked together, and the board is tearing everybody apart. They're tearing the school apart. And it's very sad that I really believe in a year or two there will not be a Merrick Academy because they're going to totally destroy it. And I don't know the reasons. As Jonathan said, we got a FedEx, and 4 sentences wrapped up my 10 years of service there. Sorry, we do not want to re-engage you for the school year of 2010-2011. You will be getting your check in the mail. Thank you very much. We wish you the best. That's basically what I got. No explanation, nothing. None of us did.
The next speaker is Susan Randall, a special education teacher who is still employed at Merrick. But this is what the school has been about for the last couple of years, since they have organized. It is a school that is a community, and they know they've been attacked for organizing. And that's why it's important that, and I'd like to thank Susan for coming here today, just as everyone else, because she knows these attacks are happening, but she says it's wrong, and that's why she came here.
I want you to understand that I'm here talking to you, but I'm doing it at my own peril, because I am still employed at Merrick Academy. And there is fear that next week I could get a letter in the mail also firing me and telling me that they've rescinded my rehire letter. I've taught at Merrick Academy for 3 years. Many of the people behind me are my mentors. They've helped me every step of the way. The teachers at Merrick Academy have always worked together as a family. Losing the 11 teachers that we've lost and teaching assistants is something that I can't even imagine facing when I go in for my pre-service in August. These people have helped me every step of the way. When I have issues, they're here for us, and I can't help but think that they did a lot of this to save themselves money, because a lot of the people that they fired have been teaching for much longer than I've been teaching, and they have great academic records. I've worked alongside these people for so long, it's just hard to imagine that an institution could let their employees know through FedEx what their fate was. When I tell you that Tuesday was one of the most difficult days in my life, waiting for a FedEx to come so that I could open this envelope and find out if I'm still employed next year, it's hard to even find the words to describe the panic and the fear that I felt and that my colleagues felt.
Hello, my name is Deidre Simmons, and my daughter is Tatiana Fredericks. At least 9 of these teachers here, my daughter's only in the 2nd grade, going to the 2nd grade. At least 9 of these teachers here helped my daughter in one way or another. I just think they just did a great job. I don't know about the politics to this, but I think they're just being robbed. That's my personal opinion. You know, if we could do anything to help them, I think we should.
We also have with us the president of the New York State Charter School Parent Association, Ms. Mona Davids, who's always been a supporter of people, especially for the parents, and a voice in all school communities. So I'd like to ask Mona now to come up and say a few words.
New York Charter Parents Association has been working for the past few months with the parents at Merrick Academy. It was because of the parents at Merrick Academy and the money that is not going to their children's education but going to for-profit Victory that we advocated for no more for-profit companies managing charter schools. And we stand with the teachers at Merrick Academy. If we as charter parents have a right to choose, to make a choice to become charter parents, the teachers at Merrick who educate these children and provide them with such an exceptional education have every right to choose and receive job protections.
We will take all legal and appropriate action. It is our belief that these teachers were absolutely targeted because of trying to not only unionize but now fighting for a contract. This is a disgrace. This is New York City. They're going to try to claim some technical thing or no, we didn't intend it. They fired 25% of the staff. And this is a board that has a clear track record of complete mismanagement of the school funding. So that is why we will go first to PERB, because that's where we have to go, but we will go everywhere else we need to also. So we cannot allow this to happen in New York City, New York State, in this country, or in other countries, because this is basically taking away people's basic human rights.